One day, a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy picking up starfish and throwing them into the ocean. Approaching the boy, he asked, "Excuse me, but what are you doing?" The boy replied, "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The sun is rising and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them back, they'll die." The man laughed to himself and said, "But there's too many starfish on this beach. You can't possibly make a difference." After listening politely, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it into the ocean. Then turning to the man, he said, "I made a difference to that one."
Carver Middle School with Youth Empowerment Project. Come on out here and jump into the tank.
Good evening. I'm going to tell you about an investment that pays the best interest. According to Benjamin Franklin, it's the investment in knowledge. I hope you all will agree. My name is Bryson, and along with my siblings, we are the Youth Empowerment Project, also known as YEP, which engages, connects, and empowers students at Carver Middle School. Through student-to-student mentoring and tutoring between Carver Middle School and Atlantic High School, our mission is to improve the lives of students in Delray Beach. The ripple effect will see the positive impact extending to their families, their school, the community, and the world. I attended Carver Middle School and now currently a freshman at Atlantic. The school transition was overwhelming at times. High school had 3 times as many students. They were 3 times as big as me, and the homework was 3 times as much. I was fortunate to have my sister advising me about classes, clubs, and sports. At Carver, 87% of students are in fear of reduced lunch, which means they often do not get the guidance and resources they deserve to reach their highest potential.
Hello, my name is Alexis Fisher, and I just graduated from the IB Diploma Program at Atlantic Community High School in Delray Beach, Florida. IB aims to mold their students into internationally minded people who realize the great potential that we have as a collective. Through the IB program and my active involvement with Model United Nations, the qualities of a global citizen and learner were instilled within me. This gave me the greatest motivation to launch a program called the Youth Empowerment Project. The Palm Beach County-based nonprofit Palm Beach Philanthropy Tank provided us with the guidance and resources to expand our program. We aim to provide guidance to middle school students in order for them to matriculate successfully into the high school IB program. We are using the Youth Empowerment Project as a vehicle to connect the community with the IB program in order to make that global impact that IB so thoroughly teaches us about. Because, to my understanding, in order to make that global impact, we must start locally through grassroots progress.
The reason I'm involved in this project is because over winter break, instead of watching the same lacrosse videos over and over again, my sister recommended I read a book called The Other Westmore. It is about 2 kids from the Baltimore area who share the same name. The difference between the 2 men is one received guidance and resources. This reminded me of my situation at Carver. A lot of these kids have the potential, but not the resources and guidance. I believe we can provide them with the mentorship needed to change them from possibly being incarcerated to being the next Rhodes Scholar. Philanthropist, doesn't this sound like something you want to be a part of?
Hi, my name is Bryson Fisher. I just completed my freshman year in the IB program at Atlantic High School in Delray Beach, Florida. I began the IB program in 7th grade at Carver Middle School here in Delray. My personal experience in transitioning from middle to high school really highlighted areas that we wanted YEP to focus on, specifically navigating the class choices, realizing the clubs and activities that are available, and figuring out how to manage the workload. What really helped me was having the advice of my older sister and her friends who shared with me their experiences and kept me open-minded to all of the range of offerings. For example, one of my favorite courses was AP Art History, which I decided to take because I had heard really good reviews by other students. I was fortunate to have someone to talk to, but I realized some of my friends did not. So YEP matches up mentors and mentees to provide that experience to benefit all students. I feel that the IB program at both of these schools have shaped the way I look at projects and service. The idea for the project formulated when I was in middle school, and through personal determination and identification of the proper resources, we were able to execute the project while I was in high school. The ability to grasp concepts has quickened for me throughout the IB program. One of the courses I took this year, called Design Tech, taught me the design cycle process, which I applied to YEP. Doing tasks repeatedly and fine-tuning with each step was crucial in forming the Youth Empowerment Project. In another class, we learned the Socratic method. Applying that to our project really encouraged group interaction, which in turn allowed us to discuss as a group, but then divided responsibilities to accomplish our tasks. Our founding team has monthly workshops presented by the community organization called Palm Beach Philanthropy Tank, who funded our project with $11,000. We are taught skills that will help us run the project properly and efficiently. We speak with our mentor, Avi Stein, who is a successful businessman and philanthropist in the community, who offers guidance about focus, time management, budgeting, and provides us with the direction and advice that we don't necessarily have access to in our classes. It's so great to have him because he supplements our classroom learning. Because I've spent time at both schools, I understand the communities that we are serving. These are my peers and friends that come from different backgrounds. Oftentimes, they do not have the guidance at home. Sometimes they cannot afford good meals. Sometimes they have no transportation. With YEP, we try to make a small difference that will alleviate any of those concerns. We try to respectfully bring hope about bright futures and endless possibilities, and have fun while doing it.
And mentoring, the key component of our program. We are looking to have 25 mentor-mentee pairs in it together. They will attend life skills events, such as nutrition, where we demonstrate the importance of healthy eating, or Strategize for College, where we discuss goals for higher education, and most importantly, community service events that remind us that we are never too young to make an impact on the life.
Hi, my name is Talia Vasal.
Hi, my name is Christelle Singh.
We are currently seniors in the IBCP program at Atlantic Community High School, concentrating in drafting and engineering.
In the IBCP program, we have to conduct a service learning project. So Talia and I decided to build Delray Beach's first outdoor workout gym. And this typically consists of ellipticals, chest presses, pull-up bars, box jumps, a handicap-accessible area, and much more.
So how we started this project is by dimensioning all the equipment on AutoCAD, which is an engineering program. Once we dimensioned all the equipment, we decided to make a scaled board of what the park looks like, print our equipment in 3D and place it on the board so we know exactly what it's going to look like when it's built.
And throughout this process, we looked up different materials that we could use when building the park and different parks that we could actually build the park in. We finally decided on Barwick Park, which is just 5 minutes away from our school and in a great neighborhood. And we also looked at different equipment vendors that could also help to give the equipment to our park. And we decided on Game Time because it's a well-known company that has a good insurance and warranty.
And have been used by Boca and Boynton.
Yeah.
So once we felt comfortable enough with all the information we had, we decided it was time to go knock down the doors of Delray Beach City Hall and ask to speak to the city director, Parks and Rec. And to this day, we still have meetings with them every week.
And throughout the process, our drafting and construction teacher recommended that we checked out Eagle's Nest. So we actually experienced building firsthand on a construction site.
Mm-hmm. Which is really beneficial, so we know how our equipment is going to be installed into the park. So part of this whole project too, we've been really, doors have been open to us on how to fundraise and how to reach out to people and how to properly contact managers. And it's been a really hard process. At first, Christelle and I Christelle and I had no clue what a business pitch was, and how that, like, you know, what people would get for $5,000 and $10,000, and how we had to give them something if we wanted something in return,
like an incentive to donate to us.
And we also we started to learn that, you know, people didn't answer their emails all the time, so we have to maybe make calls and, like, you know, follow-up emails and saying, we know that you're busy, will you please respond to us when you can? And this really also pushed people to, like, be like, okay, these girls are serious about what they're doing, we would love to help them.
So finally, when the city saw that it was ready, that we were ready to go and present to the commissioners, we went and we had a city commissioner meeting where we met up and we presented our project firsthand to the Delray Beach commissioners.
Yeah.
And the mayor loved and supported our project, and so did the vice mayor.
Yeah, they were really excited to see 2 seniors like ourselves participating in such a huge project. After the mayor approved our project, we decided it was time to set up a meeting with Game Time to officially plot out where the equipment would be going in the park. We have 4 separate phases in the park, and we're putting shading over one of them.
And throughout the process, we partnered with Communal Greetings and Healthier Delray to help host the tree planting to promote not only the physical factor of our park, but also the mental factor. Whereas working out and helping to plant trees helps mentally, not only physically.
And it also ensures that future generations will always have a green place to play. So we've also been in touch with a company called Vertical Bridge, which we're really excited about because they're donating $25,000 to our park, and also their partner company is donating $10,000. So right now we have somewhere around $40,000, which we're extremely excited about. And we've still been in touch with different companies like car dealerships and other tree companies and dental places, and we're hoping to hear back from them soon to see if they're willing to donate money. And we're being really optimistic. We also went to the tennis match the other week, and we, you know, gave out our flyers there, and we were like trying to get as much publicity for our project as possible. Yeah. And also we have been in many newspapers in Delray Beach. We've been in the Palm Beach Post,
Delray Forum,
Atlantic Ave magazine,
and the Sun Sentinel.
So really, like I said, to get our name out there so people can donate to our project.
And we plan on going to the city commissioners to ask for the rest of the money that they can help contribute to our park, because we would really like the city to be a part of their project.
Yeah. And so we're hoping to get this park built by the end of summer, and we're really looking forward to it. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.